Welcome, dear listener, and thanks for joining us.
I'm Yanto.
And I'm Stephen.
And this is the podcast all about the weird and wonderful world of the dark comedy anthology series, Inside Number 9.
On each episode, we'll be diving into another one of Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith's twisted tales, putting it under a lens and examining it to within an inch of its life.
So make yourself comfortable, grab a cup of tea, and join us for The Ninth Degree.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
Not bad. Tiring first day back?
Yeah. Yeah. So, update for the podcast, I'm changing my job.
Woo!
And today is my first day back after Christmas, and I'm leaving in a few weeks. And let's just say today cemented that I'm pretty glad I'm leaving.
You made the right choice.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting times ahead.
Yeah, hopefully.
How long have you got left?
3.5 weeks.
Not long. That's good.
No. How's everything with you?
Fine. Catching up on all the emails that have stacked up over Christmas, which is fun. Still battling through, but we're nearly there. Well, by the end of this week, we're back up to normal.
Cool. Last week's hair
Mm.
was Love is a Stranger. It just shows, like, love is a stranger thing than anything else in this world, even if it is for a bloody football club. Did you spot it?
Nicely done. I didn't actually spot it, no. There will be another one somewhere in today's episode. Keep an eye out.
Of course, as always.
And today we are back with episode 2 of series 5. Quite a big one, I feel. Death Be Not Proud.
Yes.
The summary from Inside Number 9 Wiki. Young couple, BT and Sam, are finally on the property ladder, but the only flat that they can afford has a dark and sinister past. One that demands to be heard. This episode is a crossover sequel to Shearsmith and Pemberton's previous project, Psychoville.
Indeed.
So yeah, I guess we get it out the way immediately. So for people that haven't seen it, this is a return of two very popular characters from their previous series, Psychoville.
Yeah.
Which I believe you've seen as well?
I have now. I was going to bring this up, the fact that obviously, you know, when they made this, there's an element of some people will have seen Psychoville and some people won't.
Yeah.
And when I was first watching through Inside Number 9, I had not seen it.
No. And I debated with you whether how much I should tell you in advance and, like, whether I should say anything or just let you see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think you told me anything, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
And from what I remember, I still enjoyed it. I mean, having gone back and watched Psychoville since, I think it's enriched it.
Yeah.
But I think it still works, even if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Because they sort of tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. There's a lot of, obviously, little in-jokes that you probably wouldn't get.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Inside Number 9, I think, was the first of their works that I saw. But by the time of this series, I think I'd already gone back and watched League of Gentlemen and Psychoville. Mm-hmm. So I did know about them, obviously. And that moment when the door opens and the music and the theremin kicks in or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow. Because I hadn't had it spoiled for me at all. I think this is one I watched live. Yeah, it was awesome.
Fantastic.
But we're jumping ahead.
Well, yeah. It's. I was curious as to why they chose to do this, though. Why they chose to bring back two characters from another show.
Well, I sort of have answers. So apparently their plan, they'd always thought the crux of the story being, wouldn't it be interesting to have a story about someone that moves into a flat where some serial killers lived? And, like, I think it was Steve, had grown up, like, in close proximity to where Dennis Nielsen had lived. And apparently used to walk past this house and wonder, like, what the subsequent occupants of this house would think. And, like, yeah, you've got a bargain, but you also know that people died here, like, horribly. And that sort of sparked the episode.
Okay.
And then they kept going on the lines, you know, working it out, and they were like, well, we've got to come up with who the serial killers are.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, we've got some.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, okay, this would work. And apparently the line of, get that baby boiled, was what sold it to them when they came up with that.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, okay, we're going to do it now.
Yeah. And I suppose, because obviously Psychoville got kind of terminated and not renewed when they had ideas of what they wanted to do. So I think maybe this gave them the chance to explore some of that.
There was always the plan, apparently, that David and Emily would end up together, have a baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice that they got to sort of carry it on in a way.
Yes. So should we kind of go from the beginning then?
Yeah, probably should.
Because we so we've got, you know, this nice young couple, B and Sam, sweet couple.
Yeah, moving into the recently renumbered number 2 to number 9.
Yeah. I was like, how realistic is that? Do people do that?
I don't know. But I think I remember him saying somewhere on an interview or something that they'd gone back and looked and hoped against hope that it would have been a 9 by chance.
But unfortunately it wasn't. It's just a bit like, it's a little bit of a stretch that they were like, oh, because of all that happened, they had to change all the numbers. But
yeah. Everyone in the whole building now lives in a different flat.
Exactly, yeah.
The confusion with people turning up and knocking on the wrong doors later.
Yeah.
For the next 6 months. Grandma's 2 floors down because she doesn't know where you live anymore. I identified so hard with the, banging the nail in the wall. I'm like, can you do that? Yeah, we own the thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's quite a sweet character.
Yeah, they both are, actually. I buy them as a couple. I mean, you don't get to see them together for very long.
No.
There's not many scenes where they're actually together, but...
No. It's sort of a fake one in a way, not fake, but you think the whole story is going to be just about them.
Well, yeah.
And you've got no idea that it's this other thing.
Yeah, they said that they tried to treat it as a bit of a Janet Leigh situation in Psycho, that they build Jenna Coleman as being this main character.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of isn't really that much to do with her.
No.
And used that to mask what the real story was.
Yeah.
Because they desperately tried to keep the actual story a secret.
Yeah.
But apparently it did leak, though, because of some Chinese YouTube channel.
Oh.
Youku, the Chinese YouTube, they did their own Inside Number 9 trailer for the series airing, not knowing that it needed to be kept secret.
I see.
And they tried to keep it, hushed it up. But yeah, they had to try and really push the pictures of Jenna Coleman and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially, I guess, around this time she'd have been in Doctor Who. Not long since. She was still probably riding that a bit in the public consciousness. But yeah, apparently, because obviously Reese and her had worked together in Sleep No More.
Oh, of course.
And she'd said that she was a big fan, so they'd managed to find an episode for her.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
An episode that you're hardly in. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I did see as well that Steve was saying that for any sort of super fans and eagle-eyed people, when the titles get released and you know that it's called Death Be Not Proud, there's a chance for you to work it out if you know the famous scene in Psychoville.
Yeah.
Which gets replicated here.
Yeah. I'm going to sound really bad. I have watched Psychoville, but it's that long ago that I'm struggling to remember everything about it. I've only watched it once.
Same. I watched it probably about a year ago, I think. I watched one episode today to sort of refresh myself a little bit. Mm-hmm. The rope one.
Yeah, that is a great episode.
Which apparently was the kind of catalyst for the whole series of Inside Number 9, wasn't it? Doing something in one room.
It's nice it's sort of come full circle.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, so spooky stuff starts happening to B.
Am I reading too much into it that it being 4:14 adds up to 9?
What was 4:14?
That's when the clock shows 4:14 on a
alarm
clock when she wakes up and all the crazy crap happens.
I would say yes, but actually probably not. You probably aren't reading too much into it.
Yeah.
They needed a time. They thought, make the digits add up to 9.
Why not? Yeah.
So this is one that obviously on a first watch is completely different to when you know what's going on, because on a first watch, I think all that spooky stuff happening to her in the night is quite terrifying.
Yeah.
But when you actually know what's happening and you know the character that's coming...
So stupid.
It's kind of funny, like the ping pong balls rolling down the corridor.
And the blender.
Yeah.
I don't really know why the Hoover's on the table. I'm guessing there's some reference that I can't remember.
I don't know.
One little nitpick. Why is the eye CGI that's rolling down the hallway? I don't know why it needs to be, and it's so jarring for me now. Every time I watch it, I'm like, why is this really obviously CGI eyeball ping pong ball rolling down a hallway? Because I was watching it the second rewatch today, and I was like, oh, well, maybe it's because they need it to end facing upwards or something.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do it. But it doesn't. It just cuts while it's rolling. So I'm like, I don't know why they couldn't have done that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it probably costs more to do it in CGI than...
You'd assume so.
Just roll a ping pong ball along the floor.
Yeah, that shot costs 15p. You've already got the ping pong balls anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know how much for listeners who haven't seen Psychoville, because they might not understand a lot of these references, but then I don't want to spoil anything. I would just
that's a good point.
Recommend that you go and watch it.
Yeah. We'll spoil what we absolutely have to.
Yeah. You can get it on Amazon, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would recommend it.
But then Sam turns up and they have a little chat. Now, I want to know what the "you are susceptible" line means.
Well...
what has happened in the past to them?
Yeah.
What's she done?
I mean, yeah, I have no idea what she might have done in the past, but
yeah.
I feel like it's there for two reasons. Like, obviously to give us a bit of foreshadowing for the end.
Yeah.
And then also, like I was saying, like this, it's sort of like a slight fake out of a story that you think, so that they think there's more going on than there actually is.
Yeah, true.
That's going to be explored before the other characters come in.
That's the plot, yeah.
But yeah, susceptible to what? Susceptible to being possessed?
I was going to say, I assume she's been possessed at something.
Or been haunted, yeah.
Yeah. They've just moved out of the Amityville house and...
But the thing is, he's really sceptical. Like, he doesn't believe anything's going on. So does he just mean she's, like, gullible and suggestible and believes in all that stuff? Maybe that's what he means. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe she's massively into tarot cards and mediums and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, he says they're going to get in touch with the previous owner, see if they can shed any light.
Yeah.
Which, given what we find out later, I'm like, how? How do they get in touch with the previous owner?
Yeah, I don't know.
And he comes very quickly as well.
Yeah. I don't want to find plot holes because I love this episode.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of weirdness of like, well, if they've just renumbered the flats, surely then the previous owner is this serial killer that's the reason their house is cheaper. No?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, they've only just done it, so it must have just happened.
Yeah. Surely the previous owner is the person.
But
Otherwise,
I think it was about 10 years ago that this all happened, I think. So, because I think they did it in the timeline of when the actual show aired.
But wouldn't you just think that the massively cheapened house would only really stand for the next seller, and then after that they brush it under the carpet and pretend it never happened and put it back up to its normal price?
Maybe it's been empty for all this time.
Oh, true. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe no one wanted it.
Who knows? I have a question. I don't really understand why why her dinner looks like a face. And then she then turns the sausage around to make it smile.
I know.
It's such a weird little bit.
It's something I would do. Something I would do. I was thinking this. I was wondering, is it just coincidence that it looks like a face and then she's noticed it? And she's gone, oh no, we'll correct that and turn the sausage round.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the point of putting it in the episode? That's what I mean.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's, like you said, it's trying to build there being some sort of other plot and that maybe she's a bit crazy or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Possibly. But it's so bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah. And maybe it's that hot and cold showers thing again of you just had a creepy scene. We'll have a joke here and lighten the mood for a moment. I also imagine there's some runner somewhere cooking a sausage trying to make it curl into a smiley face when it... Fetch another pack, these all cooked straight.
Yeah. So, this is the moment. The reveal.
Knock at the door. It's the fact that you already know who it is by the terrible haircut.
Oh, terrible,
before they've even turned around or said a word.
Yeah.
But yeah, good old David Sourbutt.
Yeah. This is very weird because the Psychoville universe, obviously this takes place in the Psychoville universe.
Yeah.
And the characters in that are so cartoonish and like sketch characters.
Yeah.
And we've had Beatty and Sam, they feel so real.
Yeah.
So it's very strange when David comes in, and like I feel like Steve's toned it down a bit for this scene. Like he's playing a slightly realer version of David than you get in the flashbacks.
Yeah. Well, he is 10 years older. Some shit's happened to him.
That too.
Guess. Yeah.
But it's just very funny that you've got these very real characters. Like Jenna Coleman is playing this really real woman, and she's sitting there having this conversation, like trying to act how she would act meeting this person in real life.
Yeah.
Like who is out of a sketch show, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
It is. As I say, I love this episode so much that I'm willing to overlook so many things to be like, oh, we got it. Like, it doesn't work, really. We have to, accept a lot of things for this to really play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we talk about David a little bit as a character?
Mm-hmm.
He's a very interesting character.
Yeah.
Fun character.
Bless him. He's so innocent. But obviously not, but so innocent as well.
Well, yeah, he's a child in a man's body, essentially, isn't he? And I feel listeners drawing in their breath and thinking, oh God, here he's going to bang his drum about this. But he's obviously an autistic stereotype.
Right.
To me.
Okay.
And I say stereotype, but like, people not dissimilar to this do exist.
Mm.
And obviously he's played for laughs largely. But I don't think there's a problem with that necessarily. But I just thought it's funny, isn't it, how a lot of the tropes that we laugh at in characters do come from neurodivergence. Like his complete misunderstanding of social norms.
Yeah.
Like when Emily gives him the smoothie and he just takes it and shuts the door in her face.
Yeah.
And he takes things literally, like when, he says about his mum died and B's like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, well, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And obviously the hyperfixation and special interest in serial killers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's deliberate and intentional, but whether they deliberately thought, well, he's an autistic character or not, that is the kind of person that they're basing him on. So I just thought I'd call that out and say, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It is that tricky thing that it probably wouldn't work with certain characters. Like when you bring a character back from years ago and like then they're under a modern lens and they're now down to modern scrutiny. These don't feel too bad, but there's certain characters that you couldn't bring back. Like, I don't know, if like they've gone into League of Gentlemen and you can't have Babs from the Taxi.
No, you can't, no.
Like certain characters like that, it's awkward.
Yes.
But I think they get away with it here just about.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is bad or anything, that they've done anything wrong. I feel it's my duty as a recently diagnosed autistic person to sort of point out the traits that I noticed and be like, it's interesting how, because so much, watching TV shows, so many of the characters that we find entertaining, they do have neurodivergent traits. Like, again, I've mentioned before, I'm watching Buffy, one of my favourite shows. So there's a character in that called Anya, who was a demon, a vengeance demon for 1,000 years. And then she gets trapped in the body of a teenage girl. And she basically has to grow up living as a human. But she's this person who doesn't know how to be human, doesn't know how to get along in the world. And it's like, well, she's literally just like an autistic person. Like, she's far too blunt and too honest with people and they don't like it. And
Yeah, I guess a lot of comedy is just subverting expectations and people doing things you don't expect them to do.
Exactly, yeah.
And that often ends up looking like autism, I guess.
Yeah. And taking things literally, like so much humour just comes from taking things in the literal way rather than.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a very entertaining character.
Yeah.
Is he just doing that with his mouth, or has he got any teeth in or anything?
Oh, I assume they're not real teeth.
Oh, he's got fake teeth in, but he's doing something with his mouth as well, isn't he? Like,
They all are, aren't they? Emily, I don't know what the hell she's doing with her mouth.
Oh, Emily, I love what she does with her mouth. This constant sort of... yeah.
Like half of it's kind of like lost its hinge. Like it's just...
Bless her.
I struggle. I don't think I've seen the actor in anything else, and I struggle to imagine her as a normal person.
Yeah, I mean...
She's so that character.
Apparently she lives in LA and she came back for this.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that means she's busy.
Must be.
Working as an actress over there, I don't know.
Yeah. I saw that, that her and the director of this also directed all of Psychoville.
Yes.
And that both of them sort of fell over themselves to come back and do it.
Yeah.
And that they were like, we'll move heaven and earth to make sure that we can be in it.
Amazing.
Which, testament to the show and how good an atmosphere it must have been working on it. Which is really nice to hear. So many of these shows you find out were awful places to work on. It's nice to get the gang back together.
Yeah, I listened to the official podcast for this one and they were saying about how they had a different set designer from Psychoville, but the person had to kind of try and replicate the set from 10 years previously there were no surviving plans to go on.
Right.
So it was all just from watching the show and trying to recreate it.
And working out, well, the fridge is this high and therefore extrapolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess there is a little bit, like I was reading up on it and how they went into storage. God knows where you store these things. But apparently, like, the kitchen existed. That's the real kitchen.
Oh, right.
And the beds were real. They just somehow were still kept in storage. So they could reuse them. But a lot of it obviously had to be made from scratch. But I just find it wild that a TV series from probably 10 or more years before this still has some of its set in storage somewhere. There must be so many warehouses full of literally old shit that's just there waiting that someone might possibly need it one day, or they can sell it for a charity auction.
Yeah.
They do a great job, though, of like redressing it and you not being able to tell that it's the same space. But when you know, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, you can see it's the same like floor plan and all that. Yeah.
half my notes are just quotes that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
One of my favourites is the, did she make the smoothies in a blender? No, her name was Maureen.
Yeah.
And we were more than flatmates. Yeah, you were mother and son.
Yeah, well.
The rest of that scene, questionable.
Yeah. So my partner Ben, who, when I first started watching Inside Number 9, he watched the first couple of series with me. And then he kind of said, I don't know if this is for me. You can carry on with it on your own. And so he hadn't seen this episode, but I rewatched it again just before recording to keep it refreshed for myself. And he was in the room doing bits and bobs. And he kept stopping what he was doing and looking around and being like, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
I did say so. This is probably one of the weirdest episodes.
It really is.
Yeah.
They have an odd relationship.
They do.
It's very worrying.
Yeah.
Obviously, we assume to start with that he's the bad one, but Maureen is by far worse.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's the cause of all of this. Like,
yeah. I've been thinking, and I don't know if I want to commit to this, but I think it's how I'm feeling right now. I will say that I think Maureen might be my favourite Reese character.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. It's the most removed from Reese as well.
Yes.
Like, it's such a character.
Yes.
And I buy her totally.
Oh, completely.
It's such a beautiful costume, like, down to the padded ankles and, like...
Oh, God, the cankles, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
And the horrible cardigan.
Yes. One of my favourite lines is when she's, you'll love this as well, I know, but when she's giving him her recipes. You could do me carbonara, spaghetti hoops in salad cream with a bag of frazzles mixed in. And for pudding, you can have me New York cheesecake. Dairy triangle and a digestive. So funny.
That's just what I'm having for all of time now. Those two recipes.
A New York cheesecake, Dairy triangle and a digestive. It's just so sort of graciously served up, you know.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
The thing is, they're so weird, and she is horrible to him at a lot of points, but there's also a huge amount of love there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's quite touching at some points as well.
Yeah. And, like, clearly how sad he is to be losing her, and obviously we find out she's caught cancer.
Yes.
She went out with wet hair.
That's a funny turn of phrase, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's really sweet. Like, he's worried about her, and obviously she's worried about him, that he has no life skills.
Because she does everything for him.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. What did your Scoutmaster tell you?
Don't tell anyone. Yeah.
No, be prepared.
I also love how, you know, we're sort of getting this introduction to Maureen and their relationship, and she's going on about the serial killer and how she should have painted a silver vagina on my face, and then
danced in the moonlight.
It just cuts to Beatty going like, she sounds lovely.
I've got to say something nice.
Yeah.
I can't say she sounds like a monster.
She sounds horrific.
You're better off without her.
Yeah. We also, we haven't mentioned the soldier boy. Which, I mean, it's a thing, isn't it?
They commit so hard to it. I love it.
Yeah.
Steve said he wanted to have the entire song.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
So we also get the black lace at the end.
Yes.
Superman. And that one was in Psychoville, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the Soldier Boy one was new for this, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
But the reason being because that also has a reference to Superman in it.
Yeah. And they will dance apparently to any song that has the word Superman in it.
Yeah. And so the reason for that is, for anyone who doesn't know, is that so the Psychoville episode I mentioned earlier that was based on Rope, the Alfred Hitchcock film, which is in turn based on a play by Patrick Hamilton.
Layers of the Onion.
Yeah, which is a great play and one I've always wanted to direct but never got around to. But anyway, so that is in turn based on a real life case of two students called Leopold and Loeb who were convinced that they could commit the perfect murder and sort of brag about it and get away with it, basically, because they read a lot of Nietzsche and his idea of man and Superman, and they thought they could be Superman or be better than man, and they were the best. That's a really rubbish explanation, but
No, I didn't know that.
But yeah, so that was a real life thing, and that then inspired the play, which then inspired the Hitchcock film, which is famous for appearing to be all in one take.
Yeah.
And so the Superman is why they chose the song Superman for them to dance to.
Ah, I love learning new things.
Yeah.
We used to have to dance and do all the routines starting in our year 5 Christmas parties.
Did you?
At school, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They would play all those horrible cheesy songs from back then, like Star Trekking and all that sort of stuff.
Oh.
Everything that had an action or a repeatable verse.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Steve said he wanted the entire song of Soldier Boy, but this was the most they thought they could get away with.
Yeah. But apparently they've released YouTube videos of themselves doing it.
Yeah, I saw they did it, I think, was it at the BFI or somewhere?
I don't know.
They were doing like some interview on stage. I think it was at the BFI or somewhere like that with a screening and answering questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a video of them doing that routine in suits. In front of however many people.
Oh, I think that what I heard was that I haven't seen them, but apparently they've also done them in character and in costume.
Oh.
Just not connected to the show, but just uploaded randomly, I think. That's the impression I got, yeah. And yeah, you were saying about they've got a strange relationship.
Mm.
And I feel like we do have to kind of mention the toilet scene.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't want to know how that ends.
No, that was one bit Ben was watching and he was like, he basically came right out and said to me, are they incestuous?
Well, there are other lines that imply things, so yeah.
What about, I was filling a hole where Mum had been and stuff
Something like that,
yeah.
yeah. I guess the toilet scene is a good shortcut of they're really messed up.
They're really messed up, yeah, exactly.
Like, if this is sort of normal, what else is going on?
Yes. But also, I mean, it's like, it's very unsettling, obviously, like, because David is so innocent and so at her mercy, basically.
Yeah, and she's fully taking advantage.
Because he doesn't understand what's going on, you know?
No.
And he's just like, I think he's dry now.
Yeah. I know it is.
It's the way she makes eye contact with him.
But that's one of the life skills he just doesn't have.
Unfortunately not.
But yeah, then we get to... I don't think anything else happens before she dies, does it?
No.
I couldn't remember that this scene was a recreation of the scene from Psychoville.
Yeah.
Apparently quite faithfully. Just from a different camera angle, I think.
Yeah. I don't know why, what the need was to recreate it.
I guess they needed the scene she died in to make the story work, maybe.
Yeah, but because Reese said on the podcast, he said he assumed they were just going to drop the footage in from Psychoville. Unless...
I guess it just didn't look enough.
Camera quality, maybe. Yeah. It would have been jarring, maybe.
I'm guessing so, yeah. Plus, they'd all presumably now look a bit younger in it, and it'd look weird. Yeah. Never mind the camera quality.
True.
And it would show the setup as well, potentially, as being a bit different.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, very true. Lots of reasons then.
Sorry.
But yeah, this has one of the best, funniest jokes in it, that scene. And I can't believe, I mean, surely someone's made that joke before.
Yeah.
It's so begging to be done. No pun intended. It's John Did, David. It's John Did.
Yes, if those that aren't aware, it's the title of the episode comes from the title to the poem that David reads the last 2 lines of, I think.
Yeah.
Death Be Not Proud by John Donne. Because it is an odd title if you don't know where it comes from.
Yes, it is, I suppose, yeah. But yeah, I just think that joke is so perfectly crafted and set up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Such a serious moment.
Yeah.
And he's there trying to be all philosophical.
And also the way she dies, like she's fairly with it. And then she suddenly just slumps. Yeah.
I must impart this grammatical information and then that'll be it.
That'll be me on my deathbed. I'll be correcting someone's grammar.
Which there did you just use?
Yeah.
Gone.
And then we've got this sort of continuing sad music after the death over a montage of David trying to cope on his own. With some hilarious scenes of him putting a potato in the microwave, but he doesn't turn it on.
Turn it on. Not only doesn't turn it on, thinks it only takes about 3 seconds.
Yeah, the way he just tries to bite it.
Yeah.
Bless him. And the blood when he's cutting himself.
Yeah, that's grim.
It is.
His poor little face.
He needs looking after, doesn't he? Poor sausage.
Poor sausage. So Emily comes round.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that she was in Psychoville as well. But yeah, so like you said earlier, just knocks the door, thanks for the smoothie, shuts the door in her face.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she just knocks and he lets her in, it's like, she doesn't react to that. She just
No,
like,
exactly.
Sure.
That's what I think. Like, she knows him and she understands him. And she's also probably on the spectrum. And so it's like a beautiful sort of autistic love story. You know, they share special interests together and they can just be themselves with each other.
Yeah.
And like, to our eyes, it's very weird. And they're very weird people. But to each other, they don't seem weird.
No.
And I just think it's very sweet.
It is quite sweet, actually, yeah, from that point of view, that they probably just found someone else that understands them.
Yeah.
And they can just be themselves.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. They obviously have a shared interest in the macabre. Because they both, in Psychoville, they both work for this murder mystery evening company, don't they?
But don't think that the murders are realistic enough.
Yeah. But yeah, they have great interactions. And like we were saying with her mouth, and like, she kisses him and then she does this weird sort of off to the side thing.
So strange. So weird.
Yeah.
And him teaching her about all the Jack the Ripper stuff.
Yeah, I like how his personality kind of changes when he gets really into his special interests. And he's like, you know, no, whoever it was not considered one of the canonical five. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And again, there's something this episode does a lot is the kind of framing something as really sad and serious, but actually being hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, again, the montage of you need to move on with your life, pack away the things that remind you of your mum. And it's just the ping pong ball eyes, like, sadly, you know, it's time for them to go. Yeah.
You know, like it's, I don't know, her most prized possessions. It's
They probably were.
The little dress that she was christened in, or something like some family heirloom. No, it's ping pong balls with Sharpie on them. I love in this scene, I know it's a trope that's done loads of things, but the photo that changes from being happy to unhappy of Maureen.
That's very funny.
It will never not make me laugh when someone does that joke in anything. It's so funny. I know it's so stupid and silly, but yeah.
That's a good example of where I was saying, like, this is obviously the Psychoville universe, which is a bit surreal and doesn't have to necessarily make sense.
Yeah, the laws of reality don't need to work.
Yeah, and you've got Jenna Coleman, just like this very real woman, just listening to this story, being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we could do it like a little picture-in-picture in the corner with her reactions to the whole thing. So, okay.
Yeah, like a YouTube reaction, like BT reacts to... Yeah.
The director did say that they like intentionally shot it differently, the scenes that were in the modern flat to the scenes that were in the past, and like how his directing style and like how everything was a lot more close-ups and things and the old scenes,
right?
Which is quite cool, which I guess adds to the weirdness.
I mean, it feels a lot more sort of static and plain in the modern ones, like the kind of style you would expect from that kind of episode of Inside Number 9.
More grounded, more inverted commas boring. Like that's just like, and then you cut back to the fantastical world of weird people.
Yeah.
When reality doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so this would be where Ghost Maureen turns up.
Yes.
Well, I guess firstly, the self-playing Bontempi. That must have been quite expensive. Presumably they don't make those. Like, they'd have had to presumably jerry-rig a Bontempi to be able to... Because it looks like it's actually playing.
Yes, I was wondering this. They must have done something clever to it, yeah.
I assume there's wire, like, threads in it, like fishing wire and stuff, that just having to pull keys down. And
yeah. It looks really cool, though.
Yeah. And
I just love that touch to her character as well, that she used to just sit and play a Bontempi. Like... Yeah.
It's such a silly word as well. I know it's a real thing, but it just sounds so her as well.
Yeah. Play me Bontempi.
Yeah.
And also the funny thing is when it's playing by itself, and obviously it's supposed to be her ghost is playing it.
Yeah.
And she's playing Abide With Me. It's not perfectly played. It's slightly sort of, oh, I'm trying my best. Oh, I'm not quite very good, you know.
Yeah.
Like the sort of sloppy
Hold
notes
this
and
note
things.
while I find where the next one is.
I like that bit in the montage when she's playing and David's turning the pages for her and she's just playing one note over and over and over again.
Over and over. Well, I think I'm sure it said Superman on the sheet music.
Oh, did it?
So I'm not sure if she's playing the Superman theme music.
Oh, maybe.
But I couldn't recognise it as being the beginning of anything.
No.
But yeah, Ghost Maureen turns up at this point. She's been on a cruise ship of the dead.
Oh my God, this is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
So funny.
I mean, so much to say. Where do we start? I like the choice that they didn't make her a, transparent figure. She's just lit a bit ethereally.
Very weirdly, yeah. I do. It's a very beautiful effect they've done, and it doesn't bleed into anything else. It's solidly on her.
Yeah.
They've done it very nicely, very simply, but very nicely.
Really well done. And you're so used to ghosts traditionally being so sort of elegant and what have you, and she's literally just herself.
Could you go see the Queen have a poo?
Oh, I've done.
She takes ages.
Yeah. I love the bit when she's like, oh, I don't need to hide, do I? I'm beyond the veil, I can do this, and then just makes a drawer fly out.
Like it's so matter of fact.
Yeah.
the line before of, do you hide in the cupboard?
Yeah.
And Wood Green gets another shout out.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that, but yes.
The blouse that he got her is in Wood Green Dogs Trust for 30p. How does that make me feel, David?
Yeah. Maybe Pauline will buy it.
Yeah. Or, what's his face from Cold Comfort? With got the other branch of whatever whatever it was.
Yeah.
I guess that Stephen Rees just really liked the name Wood Green.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously she's in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because she would be.
Yeah, with all the best people.
But the way she explains about, it's like a cruise ship. I haven't got access to what you'd call the upper deck. But I tell you, it's much more fun down below.
Jeffrey did his cat noises for me.
Oh my God, yeah. We're going to obviously, address the fact that this story really is about, it's a classic trope of this jealousy between a partner and mother-in-law.
Mm.
And the feels that the partner is taking the son away from her and how, she gets jealous and she calls her a whore and all that.
It's very Norman Bates.
Yeah. And the fact, obviously, that her goal is for him to die so that he can join her in eternity.
Mm.
And so she's tempting him with all his favourite serial killers that she's met.
They're all down here.
Exactly. It's so well written and well performed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very funny.
And then sowing the seeds about, she's not all you think she is. Like, why she got a second phone?
Mm. Come home early, Wednesday, 2:00.
Yeah. Well, what'll happen then?
Because obviously you immediately think, well, affair.
Yeah.
Bog standard affair. But it turns out to be something a little bit different to that.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
This was another moment where Ben turned around and was like, okay.
Okay. So we walk it. Yeah, well, it starts as you think it's an affair as well. You can just hear the audio off the side.
Yeah, have a little suck on that, yeah. Oh, you are a big boy, aren't you?
But yeah, and then we round the corner and... No, you describe it. We've got a load of grown adult people dressed as children. One on a changing mat, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently that was their other thing. They had it in their notebook of the whole adult babies thing.
Oh, right.
And wanting to get that in an episode somewhere.
Yes.
And not knowing where it would come in. And they were like, it works perfectly here, let's use it.
Yeah. I mean, of course it does. It's because the weirdness of Psychoville.
Yeah. Anything they can get away with doing anything here.
It is an interesting concept. And I know, obviously, it happens in this world.
I'm sure it does.
And not to make myself sound weird, but I can sort of understand what he means when he explains it.
I didn't want to say in case I come across as a weirdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, he puts it quite eloquently.
He does, yeah. And I'm not going to go and do that, but no. I can understand where he's coming from.
Sure you're not.
Well, yeah.
Emily's available for hire.
Yeah.
Wednesday at 2. You haven't said what your new job is.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there was a reason I was keeping that quiet. Yeah. But yeah, we should say as well, this is obviously another returning character from Psychoville. Their boss, Robin. Nice for another face to come back.
Yeah. It'd be interesting as an actor playing that scene.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he does a brilliant job, doesn't he? The way he switches between the persona of the baby and then just as himself, just explaining. A
couple of times.
Really. And where he's like, I'm sorry to hear about your mother and all that.
Yeah. And then just starts sucking on a bottle and walks off.
Yeah. Please excuse me, but I will have to just say, before we move on, I'll have to just do the, me not Robin, me Sally Ann. Sally Ann frightened. Sally Ann go poo-poo.
I've just changed you out doing that again.
It's the little pink bow in his hair that I love.
He's got an entire character.
Yes. And he's not just himself as a baby. He's this character called Sally Ann. Very interesting.
Yeah, you could dissect that so many ways. Who knows what's going on in his private life.
Yeah.
But this scene also has possibly one of... It's up there with the Operation U-Tree thing from Bernie Clifton, of one of my favourite jokes of the entire thing. Of, no, David, don't throw the babies out with the bathwater. How seriously she says it, not in any way realising what she said.
But it's a joke, yeah. For me, it's the, talking about the funny things she does with her mouth. It's that when he calls her a whore and that very strange noise she makes as she goes off to the side.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I don't. So he says, "Mum was right. You are a whore," and her face starts to crumble. Then she just goes, "Ooh," and goes off to the
side. They're so strange. There aren't words for how strange they are.
No.
But yeah, so she packs up and leaves. And then he realises he's made a terrible mistake by not taping his favourite murder documentary.
Classic.
And also she's upset.
Yes. That's the thing, isn't it? We were saying before, but just somebody not having the sensitivity that you expect humans to have is just funny.
Yeah.
You just assume, of course he's talking about this his partner leaving him.
Yeah.
But no, it's about videoing this thing. Yeah.
Obviously that's more important.
Yeah. Very funny. But yeah, they sort of decide on pretty much a whim that they're going to make a baby.
This is worrying. So it's anyone can have a child. It's concerning that you don't have to have a license for it or be vetted or anything like that.
I mean, let's not get started on that because, the things that couples who adopt have to go through.
Yeah.
And then, people who are able to have children can just pop them out like any old thing. Yeah, anyway.
That's an entirely different conversation.
That is an entirely different conversation. I like how they're like, I'd like to have a baby, and like, shall we make one? Like, as if it's just like, shall we just make a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Like...
I like cake, you like cake, let's make a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly more responsibility. I like to think that obviously they had to go to a hospital and have this baby and like all the ramifications, like the social worker is round their house every other day. The social workers are terrified of this couple, I imagine, looking after this child.
Yes.
Find any excuse to take this child off before they kill it.
Yeah.
Through utter negligence.
And so we get another big reveal, which ties into Psychoville.
Yep.
And I just love that moment. Because, again, it's that classic thing. It's like they're having to live with his mother. Of like, on one condition, you've got to get rid of your mother.
Yeah.
As if she's just there getting in the way. Like, but actually, no, she's been her body's been rotting in the bath.
For years, presumably, at this point.
Yeah.
And it's the way that Emily just doesn't seem to care. Like, well, not doesn't care, but, like, it's just been...
It's normal, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't take the bins out. It's a faff. Oh, yeah. Like... Yes. I've had enough. You've got to get rid of Mum. Okay, fine.
That body is something, isn't it?
I forgot that you get the close-ups in the Tupperware as well.
Oh, God, yeah. I tried to kind of put that out of my head, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the head and the sort of recognisable hair that amuses me, I think, when she's in the bath.
In the same costume.
Yeah, the designer on the podcast was saying that they had many conversations about how much hair she would still have and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think realism is really that important in an episode like this.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. And also, apparently, in Psychoville, when she'd been left in the bath, she was the other way round. Her head was the other end.
Oh.
But they needed her that...
Oh, because he was sat on the toilet talking to her, I think, wasn't he?
But obviously they needed her that end for the opening the door for that reveal.
Yeah.
So they decided that at some point in the intervening years, he must have got her out and turned her around and put her back in.
Yeah.
Don't know what he did with her in the meantime, but yeah.
Maybe he had to take her out to pull the plug out because she was full of water from all the melted ice or something.
Oh, true, yeah. But yeah, it's quite a prop, isn't it, that thing?
Yeah, they have a picture somewhere I saw of them just like, in between shots of them just sat around filming with her just in like a director's type chair. But yeah, that's grim.
And again, another moment for Jenna Coleman of just like, sorry, what? Like, and David's just like, oh, sorry, did I not say?
I've just noticed in the picture of her in the bath that there's a bottle of matey next to her still. You know, she loves matey.
Of course there is. That's a nice Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just thought, it just not crossed his mind to tell her at any of this point.
Yeah. And apparently he'd been keeping her because he thought that he'd be able to bring her back to life.
Yeah. They hadn't invented that yet.
Yeah. And so they take her to the dump in separate pieces.
To the recycling centre in Wood Green.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what we... that is a dump, isn't it? That's what we...
Oh, is that what you call it? Oh, I call it the recycling.
Well, we have a recycling centre down the road that is just known as the dump. The tip.
Oh, it's the tip. Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. But I have questions because I'm thinking back to how Beatty and Sam know that this flat was cheap because there was a dismembered body found in the bath.
Yeah.
So when was this found and by whom?
Has he murdered other people? Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't quite make sense.
No. But yes, they've taken her and split her between garden waste, general rubbish and metal. Which bits did they have to split between garden waste and general rubbish? I don't, like...
Yeah, what's garden waste?
Yeah.
I suppose she's organic.
Yeah.
And then general rubbish could be her clothes.
I guess. A metal for a hip.
Yeah.
They're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I like to hope that they at least dumped the Tupperware or gave it a good wash.
I hope they got rid of it, yeah.
I'd like to hope so, but who knows?
Although, knowing them, they probably just had sandwiches in it the next day. Yeah. So we get the arrival of Baby John.
Oh, Baby John.
Baby John.
He's there reading a bedtime stories from his Ripper book.
Yeah, I mean, it's so on brand.
It is. Fun story, though. Did you ever watch Whitechapel back in the day?
No.
So there was a ITV series called Whitechapel with, is it Rupert Penry something?
Jones, yeah.
Is that the name?
Rupert Penry Jones.
So he was playing a detective in Whitechapel, and there's like a Jack the Ripper copycat person, like recreating the entire thing as closely as he can, at the same locations, blah, blah, blah. And so they call in a Ripperologist, who's like someone that, like a more normal version of David, who is played by Steve.
Ah.
And in that series, Steve's character's written a book, which is that book.
Oh, that is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very fun. That's nice.
It's nice this is sort of a 3-series crossover.
Yeah, and it even crosses over to ITV.
Yeah.
That really is beyond the veil.
Yeah. I don't know if they need permission for it, but yeah.
No.
It's a good series, I recommend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my parents watched it, I seem to remember.
They did a few of them. Obviously, the first one was about Jack the Ripper, and then I think they went off a bit. I think the second one might have been The Craze, but I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. So they have the brilliant idea of giving a newborn baby a birthday party.
Goodbye. I suppose it's his first birthday.
Yeah. His 0th birthday.
0th birthday, yeah. And who did they get?
Of course.
Mr. Jolly, no?
Jelly.
Jelly. And the fact that you recognise it immediately, just the hook is all you need.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you would if you'd seen Psychoville.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When I watched this for the first time, I was like, what the fuck am I watching now?
Who is this? What fresh hell have we wandered into?
Yeah. And I will say this is one bit that, again, I can forgive it now that I've seen Psychoville and I understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. But first time I watched it, I wasn't too keen on this because the fact that it was Reese playing an entirely separate character so he's playing two characters in the same episode. That took me out of it slightly. The first time.
I was thinking for a sec, what other character does he play? Maureen is so a person.
She is, him. Yeah. She's not Reese, yeah. She just
I was
exists.
genuinely looking for a character that Reese was playing.
Yeah. But yeah, so I thought I found that tricky the first time when I didn't know Psychoville, and I was like, okay, they've never done this in Inside Number before. And whereas obviously in League of Gentlemen and even in Psychoville, they do multiple characters all the time.
Yeah.
And you just go with it.
Sometimes even interacting with each other.
Exactly, yeah. And that Psychoville, like it's sort of, it's more of a drama, but it's also got, I think they put it themselves, it's got 1 foot in sketchiness still.
Yeah. It's remotely real.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Jelly.
Jelly was great to see again.
Great character, yeah. And Ben actually laughed at him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was the line about, he can do balloon animals. He's like, what's his favourite animal? A monkey. Oh, fuck that. I can do sausage dog, snake or giraffe.
Nah, fuck that.
I mean, that's a great joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're long, thin balloons, and he's like, I could do a snake, a sausage dog, so anything that doesn't require any manipulation at all. Yeah.
What's his favourite animal as well? He's like a day old.
That's a good
He's
point.
Never favourite anything.
Yeah. I also love where he says, oh, what's its name?
Yeah.
And they say John. He's like, oh, John. That's imaginative.
Just this performer that utterly hates his audience.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Wonderful character.
Yeah. So she's going working nights. Poor David's having to look after the baby. And we get Maureen pop back up again. Another great line of, but we recycled you.
Oh, yeah.
We laid you to rest.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose that's all any of it is when you bury or whatever, or cremate someone, whatever. Recycling, isn't it, in a way?
I suppose.
So it turns out that he hadn't actually fully recycled her.
No.
He's kept one important piece of the puzzle.
A big toe. No.
He's kept his mother's head and bricked it up in wall. And she says to him, you did an Edmund Kemper, which I was a bit curious about. So I Googled Edmund Kemper and went down a bit of a rabbit hole.
Right.
And I won't give too many details because it's quite upsetting. And I think that's a different podcast. But
there's enough of those podcasts.
Yes. But it does seem he had a thing about heads, and he hated his mother. And one of his victims, apparently he buried their head in the garden facing up at his mother's window because apparently she always liked people to look up to her.
Wow.
And then he later killed and decapitated his mother.
Lovely.
Yeah. But the thing that all those horrible things that he's done to people, like obviously awful, but the thing that really upset me was that apparently when he was a child, he killed the family cat.
Oh.
And I was like, it's just, whenever you hear about an animal, it's like, it somehow seems worse, doesn't it? Like, because they seem so much more innocent. Not that, you should kill anyone, but yeah, there's the cat that made me feel bad. I don't know what that says about me, but I mean, they are supposed to have 9 lives, cats, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even so, I don't think that helps.
Not in this one.
No. Sorry, Tiddles.
Tiddles. Yeah, it was the one serial killer that it mentioned that I don't think I'd heard of before.
Yeah.
So now I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting reading up about, but yeah. There are some awful people in this world.
There are, but I can sort of...
Don't say you can understand being a serial killer.
No. I can understand David being obsessed with them.
Oh, yeah,
I find them fascinating to read about, as awful as it all is.
I thought you were going to say, I can understand decapitating people and...
Well, when you've worked in customer service...
But bless him, he says he wanted her close by so she could keep an eye on me. So he's bricked her up in the wall.
Yeah. I do like... I don't know if are you a fan of Shawshank?
Not seen it. I need to.
Oh, I shouldn't say then.
Oh, sorry.
Sort of a spoiler.
It's a spoiler for anyone else listening as well if they haven't seen it. But...
Well, it is, but it's also such a well-known spoiler.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was considered a spoiler anymore, but I won't say anymore.
You sure?
If you know, you know.
Okay. Does it actually ruin it?
No. Yes. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I won't say anymore.
Okay. Sorry. Once again, my lack of...
It is a fantastic film. Please watch it, Stephen.
Yeah, honestly, there's so many films I need to see.
It's one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. I think it often gets ranked in like IMDb and stuff as being the best film ever made. And
yeah.
It is an awesome film.
Okay.
So she then throws out her biggest sort of lure for him to join her beyond the veil.
Mm-hmm.
That she's now best friends with Jack, knows who he is. He's lovely.
Yeah. I love that how she just calls him Jack, like first name terms. And he's like, the Ripper. And she's like, oh, it doesn't like to be called that, but yeah.
There's certain protocols.
Yeah.
The way she says protocols. Like she's had to sign out of hell or something to come visit him. Or like it's a login out book.
She needs to be back by 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he can't kill himself because he's got the baby.
Yeah.
Like I would if I could, but responsibilities and stuff.
Yeah. I genuinely think if the baby wasn't there, he would have probably just done it.
He might well have done.
He so looks to his mother to tell him what to do for everything.
Especially if Emily wasn't in the picture as well.
Yeah.
Like if he was still living in that flat on his own, I don't think he'd have made it to this point.
No. But yeah, she is an evil bitch, really.
Yeah. There's some great lines here, though. If he doesn't want to kill the baby, you'll do as you're told. Kill the baby.
Yeah.
We're going to get it boiled. But very luckily, Emily pops in.
Yeah.
And finds him dangling poor baby John over the pot.
Oh, my God.
I mean, how many carrots he was planning on cooking, I'm not sure. This pot is enormous.
Yes. Oh, didn't mention as well when Maureen appears in that scene and she's just like, you're going to want more salt than that, David. Like, even beyond death, she's commenting on his cooking.
Cooking abilities. All right, Mrs. New York cheesecake and your crackers.
But yeah, so thankfully she catches him.
Yeah, pre-baby boiling.
I mean, yeah, it's horrific, but...
Yeah, and he never sees poor little baby John again.
No.
Or Emily.
And in the voiceover where he's talking to Thingy, he says that he gets taken away. But it's not made clear whether that's what that is, whether that's prison or like a sort of mental institution or...
I would probably guess the latter, but...
Yeah. And, why is it after all this time that he is free to come to the flat?
Yeah. There's a lot of this that now I'm analysing it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
But in Psychoville it wouldn't need to, so here it doesn't need to either.
So we'll just forget it.
Yeah. They've said enough stuff that you can sort of square the circle in your head if you don't pause on it for more than 10 seconds.
Yeah. And then Maureen appears in the present. With David and Beatty. We
find out she's in the wall. She's what's been causing this crack. It's time to do a bad murder.
Yeah.
And that she's not talking to David. And suddenly Beatty's like, yeah, okay. And stabs him.
So yeah, well, when they mentioned earlier that she was susceptible, apparently she's extremely susceptible.
Yeah.
She's literally only just met this ghost woman.
Yeah, within 24 hours she's murdering someone.
Yeah. Weird though, isn't it? Because obviously David had the incentive of, or you can find out Jack the Ripper and all that. Whereas Beatty's got nothing. It's just literally just randomly just kill this man. Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is when Sam turns back up again.
Yeah, great timing.
Yeah. And cut to black. How long are you meant to think's passed at this point?
I don't know.
There's not leaves on the trees anymore, so it's quite a while.
Oh, okay.
And you think that I guess she's gotten help. They've covered it up together. But no. She has also murdered Sam.
Yeah.
And left him in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yay.
She's done a copycat.
Yeah.
In a way.
She did another bad murder. But she'll leave the radio on for him so he's not lonely, which is nice.
Of course she does.
That's nice.
Just so we can have a song.
Yeah.
To finish off.
Full circle back to Superman.
Yeah.
Even if it does end worryingly.
What happens at the end? I've forgotten.
Well, one of the lines is kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And you just see them going very lovingly.
Okay.
Too lovingly.
Well.
And then it cuts away.
What happens in the afterlife stays in the afterlife.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they're both ghosts at this point.
Yeah.
They've both got the glowy green thing.
Yeah.
Now, thoughts. How much of this happened? Are we meant to take it all as actually happening? Because if it weren't for the bit at the end with Beatty killing them, I would have taken it as this is all in David's head and that he's imagined all of this because he can't cope to be without his mother. I don't know, what do you think?
To use one of your catchphrases, I hadn't considered that.
I don't really say that much.
You do, actually. But I just assumed it was all as it is. But no, that's a good point.
All of the flashback stuff could have just been in David's head.
It could, absolutely, yeah.
And like he's wanting to get back with it. Not, I guess he is, but he's wanting to get back to his mother. So she comes to him and he's thinking of ways to, like, yeah, if he kills himself, maybe he will get to see her again. And it could just be Beatty is just a bit unhinged and she's heard all this crazy stuff and just kills him.
Yeah, could well be. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, because he's now filled her head with all this stuff of Maureen. Maybe she's now hallucinating Maureen.
Well, I mean, Maureen and her never interact. So, as far as we know, she doesn't see Maureen.
Well, no, but apparently...
It's just David talking to her.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So she doesn't necessarily even
She just stabs him.
Just for her own shits and giggles.
Yeah. And then gets caught, so obviously stabs the boyfriend as well.
Yeah, maybe. Or she could hallucinate Maureen to tell her.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then who's David talking to?
Thin air.
When he turns around, I don't know. I don't think we need to think over it that much.
No, probably not.
But yeah, there we go.
I love this one so much.
It's a very fun one, isn't it?
It's so stupid. I just find myself earlier watching it going, this is so silly. But I love it so much.
Yeah.
And how seriously it tries to take itself at the start.
Yes.
And like, when you're watching it not knowing it, it's actually quite creepy. Did you spot the hair?
No, sorry.
No, I didn't either.
Oh, did you not?
I was too engrossed. It is on the white squares divider thing between the bedroom and the kitchen in the modern day.
Oh, okay.
You can most easily see it at the end when they're doing their Superman dance.
Okay.
It's just there behind them in one of the boxes.
Fair enough. You know, I said I watched the Psychoville episode earlier today. There's a little ornament in that she picks up at one point. That is it's a dog, not a hare.
Right.
But it looks very similar to the hare. And I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, rating?
Let you go first.
I have actually bumped it up a notch from what I had it earlier.
Right.
Earlier, I was ready to give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to give it an 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good choice. I think I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
Okay.
I feel like a 9 is too strong.
Okay.
I really want to, but I think, I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
Okay.
I think I'm going to dock it 1 point for the sheer number of nonsense things that you have to accept.
Exactly, yeah, that is true.
It's like when someone falls over in an ice skating thing and they don't knock them loads of points because they fell over. You get a cursory 1 point knocked off.
Oh,
and then we'll carry on as if it didn't happen.
That makes sense, yeah.
So I'm going to do that. Even though I ultimately don't care that there are so many crazy things.
But 8 out of 9. Not to be sniffed at.
No, not at all. I'm conscious of giving out too many 9s as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to cheapen them.
No, it's like your Paul Hollywood handshake.
Yeah.
You don't give the 9 out that easily. We have a shout out to do, don't we?
Yay.
The lovely Livy, who I'm sure many of you will be aware of from TikTok and the like. She is a big fan of Reese and Steve, and she's given us a couple of shout outs on the socials.
Yes, it was so sweet.
Very, very sweet. Thank you for that. And I would highly recommend checking her out as well on TikTok.
Lots of Taskmaster, vampire talk.
Yeah.
And, general TV stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. And she knows what she's talking about.
Yes.
Having worked in TV as well. But, the other thing, this is sort of tied in as well. At time of recording, last night was the final performance of Stage Fright. And Livy was lucky enough to be in attendance.
I'm so jealous.
At the Hammersmith Apollo. So this is so funny, isn't it? You said to me the other day that you had a prediction for the final guest they were going to have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a prediction or this would be the most perfect person they could have.
Yeah. As in, how realistic was it?
I don't know if it was ever going to happen, but if it did, that would be of every person on the planet, this would be the best person to have.
Yeah.
Which was, obviously, Bernie Clifton.
The Bernie Clifton, yeah.
The Bernie Clifton. Now, all I knew about him at this point is that he's 89, and for all we know, he could be very frail and barely leaves his house.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a clue. Turns out.
You were right.
I was right.
You were absolutely right. Oh my God.
That would have been so special.
Yeah.
Just for all three of them as well. Like, as you get to 89, you're used to being this big comedian back in the day. Have an audience and blah, blah, blah. And then you retire and you don't ever get that again. And then you suddenly get the Hammersmith Apollo all loving you.
Yeah.
Like, that must have been incredible.
Amazing, yeah. Yeah, I'm very jealous.
Me too.
Of anyone who got to witness that. However, we do have a voice note from Livy, which we have permission to play out. So here is her explanation of Bernie Clifton.
So much happened in that Bernie Clifton bit. So they basically just kind of let him run it, which totally understandable. But it meant it ran 20 minutes over. But it was really, really funny. He sang Impossible Dream. Reese gave up being in character. Steve held it together until about, the very last moment. He also said, as a family entertainer, what the fuck? He then also called them a pair of twats. And, yeah, I realised it was Bernie when they started doing the charades. It was when they said bear. And I was like, oh, could it be him? And then I second-guessed myself. And then it got to the Clifton part, and they said lift, and I literally yelled out, oh, my fucking God, they've done it. And it was just really cute, and he got, a massive round of applause. Yeah, no, it was really nice. It was, perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Amazing. It must have been, such an experience.
Yeah. I just sent you the clip earlier as well of them from the wings, the unmasking. I'm so glad we got to see at least that.
Yes. And you were saying how, each night when they do it, Reese doesn't know who's coming.
Well, as far as I'm aware, yeah. That's at least what they said is the case. Whether it's true or not, who knows. But from his reaction and the fact that he seemed to drop all of the accent and everything. Yeah. Bernie Clifton!
Wow.
It was I think he was genuinely as shocked as everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally the perfect way to wrap it up, isn't it?
And presumably, Steve will have known this for days, weeks, possibly months, who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
Because I did see them doing an interview on BBC Breakfast, I think, where someone asked, what would your dream person for the last night be? And they said a load of names, but they never mentioned him. So I wonder if he even knew back then who it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, very happy that happened.
Yeah, bless. That's lovely.
Amazing. And also, given that it was the final performance, apparently there were a few other notable things that happened.
Oh yeah.
So I do have a second voice note.
Because it was the final show, there was just more applause and really nice vibes in general. The Chekhov's pun line got a really big cheer, and Steve went, finally! And yeah, he was really happy with that. In the second act, when Bav Joshi's character is being all method actor and stuff like that, Steve just turns around and says, fuck you, arsehole. And I don't think that's ever happened before. And Reese had to turn his back to the audience because he almost corpsed at that point. And then right at the end, when they're doing the Afterlife Cloud 9 bit, when Reese and Steve raised their coffee cups to each other, they actually just went up to each other and just hugged. And it was so cute. And the entire audience went, ah, and started applauding. And the bows went on for a bit longer. There was also a standing ovation, and rightfully so.
Aww.
Amazing.
I'm so jealous. Yesterday was my birthday as well. I wish I'd gone for it.
Yeah, I know. It would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It would have been great. I was like, I've already spent a lot of money in this and seen it twice. I don't think I can quite justify trying to get tickets. But it would have been so nice as well, because obviously it's going to be mainly fans at these things.
Yeah.
But for the final night, it's going to be exclusively diehard fans that really love this thing.
Yeah.
So that would have been nice, a nice sort of atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. What a nice ending for them as well.
Yeah.
To go out on a real bang. Thank you so much, Livy, for sharing your experience. We were there with you in spirit. Apparently Death Be Not Proud was the first episode of Inside Number 9 that she ever saw as well.
Oh, so, yeah, she did say that, yeah.
That's a good reason for bringing her up on today's episode.
What an episode to start with.
Well, quite, yeah. Yeah, so this has been huge fun. We will be back next week for an entirely different episode.
Yeah. Look forward to that one. I'm sorry.
No spoilers.
No. Can you guess which one it is? And in case I forgot to do it earlier, did you spot our hair? We'll point it out next week if you did.
Yeah. But for now, I think it's time to close the door on number 9.
But you never really leave, do you?
Especially if your head's bricked up in the wall.
Yeah, that'll help.
Thanks for listening to The Ninth Degree. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at Ninth Degree Pod, or email us at ninthdegreepod@gmail.com. You can also leave us a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts.